Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Cities Skylines Campus. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm certainly excited to be back. We are, of course, in Nerdsey, where there have actually been some pretty substantial changes, and it actually wasn't intentional, so let me explain. First things first, we have high-density zoning, and with that, we're currently sitting on about 9,000 people in Nerdsey. At the end of the last episode, I think we were approaching 6,000, because 5 minutes before I hit record, we unlocked high-density stuff. By that, I mean 5 minutes before I hit record 45 minutes ago. Because remember when I was talking about recording episodes for this series and then deleting them because they were weird or just not right, or there was something about them I didn't like? I did it again. And usually when I do that, I roll back and I do like some stuff again in the new recording, but I didn't do that this time because the episode was weird, because it turned into a let's build, and it wasn't even a very good let's build. There was no reason for it to be a let's build type deal. Allow me to explain further. In all my wisdom, I decided that our industrial zone needed these two warehouses. This one stores metal and that one stores glass, because that is something that we produce, two things that we produce in the industrial zone. I also decided to do some detailing behind it with a fire station and some of the sort of pedestrian style roads and decals and containers and pallets and road barriers. And this is actually drivable up here. This is actually a road that can be driven on between the two warehouses. Obviously a little bit weird with some of the, buildings sticking into the road, but I think it looks cool, and I did that, and it took me like 45 minutes, which is way too long for this kind of project. And, yeah, it was just a really weird episode. Obviously, we now have $350,000. We have 9,500 people. That's all really just because I placed all that high density zoning, and then I came over here and did all of this and just kept the simulation running. So that's why there's been these changes. That's why there's been this big development that's gone on. There is one other thing I did between episodes, which was this over here. Obviously, last time we built this little road under here, we had one bridge going over it. I've now decided we're going to have 4 bridges with quays on either side to try and make it look nice. We obviously have a high school and a university and all that stuff as well, but that's generally everything that went on between episodes. We are seeing some complaints here and there for not enough goods to sell and all that. We do have pretty significant demand for industry as well. And, oh yeah, I also built a highway connection down here. Totally forgot to mention that as well. Yeah, I got a little carried away. I'm sorry. I feel bad because I like showing what I'm doing, but I also, to be fair, my commentary wasn't very good either. It just wasn't a good episode. It was just a lot of them. We're going to place one of these, and we're going to place one of those, and we're maybe going to do a highway connection over here. And yeah, I'm sorry. I hate doing that, because I know I do it a lot in my Cities series, and people are always like, hey, you should just upload it anyway, because I wanted to see the build process, and I don't feel right uploading it. I don't think it was very good, and if I don't think it was very good, I would just rather not upload it. Anyway, I want to start today by building a little bit more onto the ore industry island over here, because we do have some unlocks for it, and I'm really excited about them, because we have the medium ore mine, we have the seabed mining vessel, and we also have keys around all this as well. I forgot to mention that. That was something I did, like, after recording the last episode. So that wasn't even like a... That wasn't even a, how do I explain it? That wasn't something I did in the other episode and then forgot about, or, whatever. I did that a while ago. Anyway, let's figure this out. I really want the seabed mining thing. I don't really think it's gonna fit. I also, do we have boat connections on this map? I feel like we actually don't. Although I guess it wouldn't show for this. Do we have, we do have boat connections. Okay, that's good. That's actually fantastic, because that means we can use this dock down here. I guess that would make sense, having boat connections. It'd be really weird if we didn't. I guess we'll not bother with the seabed mining vessel. Let's just put in the medium ore mine here. And we could probably do, I mean, I'd like to do a couple of them. I definitely like to do a couple of them. I just kind of want to see how far back they go, because that's going to determine whether or not I can do a couple of them in this spot right here. So right about there, that's actually not bad. We will 100% do 2 of those. And that's hopefully going to give us a really nice amount of ore right there. I'm also thinking I want to just grab them and lower them. So first off, get them all to that height. Second off, oh, it just leveled up again. Nice. We got the car factory, ore industry maintenance, fiberglass, storage, large underground ore mine. Ooh, that's exciting. But yeah, I want to lower these down just a little bit to make it look a little bit more industrial. I usually don't like doing this, but I think having these things like lowered down is going to just make it look like they're actually digging out the ground there. And I think we could maybe just do a little bit of this as well to just really reinforce the idea that this, it is an ore industry area. It is going to be digging in the ground and all that stuff. So it kind of does make sense that at least some of this would be lower than the rest of it. So something a little bit like that. I think that looks okay, honestly. We could probably make it a little bit less regular. So maybe have that bit sort of sticking out a bit more. Maybe this bit over here sticking out a little bit more. Maybe this can run right up to that road. Yeah, I kind of like that. We could smooth it a little bit too. Maybe put some trees in there or something, but I don't mind that too much. We will give them water, and I think we will maybe do some rocks in there. This is what I was talking about, though. I'm in a detailing mood right now, and I don't know if it's good or not. I don't know if it's a good thing to be in a detailing mood, because I don't remember what series it was, but there was one of the Let's Play series we did here in the channel where it got like super detail oriented towards the end, and I think I remember a lot of people being like, yeah man, this series was good because it was like just a Let's Play. The detailing stuff ain't what we're here for, which is weird considering the biggest video on the channel is the Cities Skylines Let's Build, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm weirded out right now. I'm rarely ever in a detailing mood, but here we are. I guess I'm just gonna have to roll with it, to be totally honest. We're just gonna have to roll with it. Let me put some bushes in there just to make this area look a little bit more natural. We could throw, have we got anything else we could put in here? We could do like olive trees, like maybe a couple of small trees around here, just to make it look, again, a little bit more natural. We could do some more regular trees over there, which I think there probably would be. Like, I think that area over there would probably be a little bit more natural since it's closer to the highway where we're not going to do too mumuch industry over that way. So I think I'm going to do them up there as well, just to really try and tie that all together. And I actually like that. I really do. My only complaint is the symmetry on these things is a little bit strange, but that's not something we can do a whole lot with. And I guess the last thing we could do is a little bit of dirt, just sort of around like this to try and make it all come together a little bit more. Although, looking at it, I actually kind of prefer the cliff face looking thing there. Maybe not on this side. Maybe this side could just be dirt, but I kind of like the cliff face looking part there. Maybe some rocks back there just to blend it together. I'm in detailing mood. I'm in detailing mode, man. I'm so in detailing mode right now. I'm so sorry. I want this to look good. I can't help it. Can I do some rocks down there like that? That actually looks all right. It doesn't quite look like a pile of rocks though. It looks like boulders that have been there forever. I need something that's gonna look more like a pile of rocks, which that kind of does. If I put two of those together, obviously it puts some trees around there and some bushes, but that actually looks a bit more tolerable, I think. And then we could throw that under there. Yeah, I think that kind of works, especially if we just do a little bit of like rocks there and maybe a tree to try and hide our crimes a little bit and just blend it together more. So something kind of like that, maybe a fence around it as well, and that'll be sorted. I don't mind that though. I think that looks pretty good. It's a nice expansion to the ore industry area. We only have 83% traffic flow, seriously? I've just noticed that. Really? That's mostly because of the highway though. That's not my fault. Well, that's not fair. All right, I'm going to have to fix that because 83% traffic flow at this stage of the game is not good enough. Let me do this, right? Let me upgrade a lot of this. This bit's going to be elevated. This bit's going to be kept lower. And that's probably going to help. What we'll do is say you can go to that lane, you can go to that lane, and then you guys are all going to stay in your lane for quite a while because I really don't want you causing my traffic flow to go terrible. That's pretty much where I'm at. So you're going to go there, and you're going to go there, and then you can stay in your lane because I really don't want you doing anything you shouldn't. You are going to go there, and you're going to go straight on, and then they can merge, like, at that point. So what does that do? Does that help traffic in this area? It looks like it does. It absolutely looks like it's helping. It looks like it's moving faster. It looks like we'd also probably want to do the same thing up here. So let's do that. Let's just improve traffic around here. Can I get it to do this without getting rid of all those rocks, though? It really doesn't look like it, does it? It really... maybe not. Okay. Has that done anything for my traffic flow immediately? 84%. Okay. Well, that seems all right. That definitely seems all right. This could probably be 2 lanes over here, but I really don't want to get rid of like all the detailing around that intersection, so I guess we're gonna just not do that. At least this is an improvement, I suppose. That's something in the right direction, so that's kind of okay. What I want to do though is I think I do want to start sorting this industrial demand that we have. So we have almost $400,000. I'm gonna rip out the power pylons here, and we also have trains. That's the thing we have as well. We've unlocked trains. We have the multi-platform stations. We have the cargo stations. I do want to put all of that stuff in here. I want the cargo stations in here. I want the multi-platform station to be over here. So somewhere like that, essentially, which is probably a really, really good spot for it. So I think, I mean, actually, if I put it on that road, it sort of lines up perfectly with that first track. So we might very well have to do that, or I might have to. I think what I'd rather do is I want to shuffle that all back a little bit. I'm getting really not sidetracked. I'm trying to do a million things at once here, and it's not working for me. But that's all right. We'll figure it out. Let's go 4. Let's go 30. Let's go 4. And then let's just raise that all up to be the same height as this entire stretch of road. So it's going to go to that height. And then what I want to do is take out all of that train track, and right in there, we're going to add the multi-platform one. So that's going to be our main station. It's kind of got this nice area in front of it. I think it'll look really good. So let me take out all of that track. Let me take out... I don't want to take out all of this track, I don't think. Or maybe I do, I'm not really sure. Either way, we'll take out all that. We'll keep this at ground level, I think. We'll go 40 there. And we'll go 40... Ooh, I don't want to go through that. What is that? That's the burnt out house? Okay, we actually are going to have to go through that because of all of the tracks. So we'll sort of go 40 in every direction here on both sides so that we have a lot of room to work with. I'm noticing Prop and Tree Anarchy being on means we have all of these bushes and trees and stuff in the track, so I'm going to need to fix that. I mean, a lot of this is going to go nowhere. That's something to keep in mind. A lot of this is just going to be unused track, really, which is unfortunate, but that's kind of just the way of it. There's not really a lot I can do. There's not, you know, we can't connect this everywhere, unfortunately. But that'll be a start right there. And this here will be a start as well. So that's going to be a start for some regional trains to come into Nerdsey, and I'm kind of excited about that. I'm also thinking, let's do a little bit of grass on that road, and let's change up this avenue so it's going to be that kind of avenue. It's going to have trees on it, so that it's kind of nice and appealing for our main station. And then what we can do is actually use Move It to select all of the trees in that area and essentially delete them. So we can just go ahead and say a bulldoze, and now all the trees are gone off of my my train station. which is good. That's exactly what we want. So that can live there. And then over this way, we need to do something similar for... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, they run through that station. That's going to be tricky. Because we need cargo down here, and I kind of want to put a passenger station down here too. So I think what we'll do is figure out where... You know what? A multi-platform end station would look really good down here. Just thinking about it. A multi-platform end station would look awesome. Let's try that. Let's try and have a little bit of fun here. So this can go here. We'll turn off our guidelines. We'll do 10 units. We'll take these guys out. And then the multi-platform station doesn't quite line up perfectly, unfortunately. I might have to do a little bit of work there to make it line up. It is doable, though. The slope's apparently too steep. That I can work with. We can just elevate a little bit of the terrain here. I don't want to do this too much. This is something I want to be really clear with here. I have no intention on drastically changing the terrain. That little bit, I think I'm fine doing. Drastically changing everything else, it would kind of defeat the purpose of, like, picking this map, so we're not going to be doing that. But that right there is perfect for the multi-platform end station, because what we can do is... Actually, I should have done it a bit differently. Hold on. Let me shift this thing just a little bit to there, because then these tracks can run straight in, and then this one could come off and go to a cargo station sort of over here somewhere. So let's see if that's something I can do. If I bring this road out and down and like this, can I get a cargo train station in there? Yes, but that's not exactly where I want it. So bulldoze this, bring the road down further, go to there, and that's where I want it right there, pretty much alongside the existing station. So right there is my spot for it. I obviously kind of want to take out the road that exists there, so let me just bulldoze you. Bit weird on the layout, I'll be honest. Definitely a little bit weird, but I think we can probably make that work. So just bring this sort of around like this, possibly. I think I can get away with that. I think we can close it and make it work. And then this right here is going to go across and connect. So give me some road guidelines, and we should... let me see here. Road guidelines, please. We should be able to just do that. And that'll connect in straight to the cargo terminal, which I think looks perfect. I like that. That looks pretty good to me. So if we just do a little bit of terrain painting, we can just sort of mask the fact that it's, you know, had some dirt there. We can grab all these nodes and actually, you know what? Nodes and buildings, grab all of them. And I want to level all of them to that height. Maybe a little bit higher. So something a bit... Actually, you know what? No. Let's bring it back down so it's not messing with the terrain too much. That looks all right. This right here can be lowered slightly as well. And that bit just slightly as well. I like that, though. So we've got our multi-platform end station. We have our cargo train station, which does unfortunately have to go through, you know, all of this. But that's kind of just the way of it. So we'll make that work. It comes through, it'll branch off, it'll hopefully do good things. I actually really like that. Let's go ahead and get some road connections for all this then. So, what way are we going to do this? So that's 8 units there. What if we just go 6 and... I wonder, actually, hold on a minute. Let me go 6 units there, and then the distance to the track is 8. Okay, I'm on to something here, I think. So we want to go there, and then I want to go 8 units in this direction and take out this part. So those 2 points are evenly spaced. Or sorry, these 2 points at the end are evenly spaced. So, yeah, that actually works perfectly. So that loops around there perfectly. What I'm thinking I'll do is lower this to be -9. Yeah, we'll do oh, hold on. Lower it to -9. So go 1, 2, 3, and 7. Go 1, 2, 3, and 7. We can connect those together. And then we can just turn those train track sections into elevated sections, and then the whole thing is going to look even better. It's going to look like it's got detail to it, which I'm really excited about. So those are going to be elevated. In fact, those sections up to about there can all be elevated, and I think that looks good. Obviously, the train tracks are pretty close to the road, but that's not the worst thing in the world. And I think what we could go and do is just bring this all out to about the same point, so that we can clearly see the entire road covered in train tracks. That looks really cool to me. I'd hate to be on that road because it would be so noisy with trains going over, but that looks really good to me. We can even go and do some keys in there, which I think I will do because it's going to make it look even more supported. Remember when I said I'm in a design mood today? Yeah, I'm really in a design mood today. I'm so sorry. This isn't like... This isn't going to become like the normal thing for this series, don't worry. I'm not going to like turn this into like a whole let's build and super detail everything. I know not everybody's into that. But once in a while, I don't mind dabbling in it. I don't mind diving into it a little bit. But that, I think, actually looks pretty good. I think that looks really cool. It's the keys are maybe a little bit too high. I could lower them down to about there, and I think that works. Yeah, I like that. And then we can cover these like gaps at the ends with some trees and all that stuff. Oh, that looks really cool. I'm really pleased with that. I'm actually really, really pleased with that. Okay. Let's set up a little shuttle train line because I can. Let me do this station to there and back. There we go. Little train line just going back and forth there. That'll be nice. This will give us regional cargo connections as well. It might actually be worth setting up a cargo station over here to have a connection into the city. That really might not be a bad idea. We might do that later on, though. Let's figure out how all this is going to connect together then. I'm actually looking at it and thinking this road here might need to be an avenue, which means we can actually just do this with it. We don't need to, you know, move it about too much, but that's going to be our avenue. We'll go and turn off guidelines and do 10 there. And then I think what we'll do is actually just have this come down and curve over to it. I don't think that's going to be the worst thing in the world because that looks all right. It's not exactly the same curve that everything else has going on, but it's a nice curve over to all of that stuff. And we could not do that. Do normal, please. Oh boy. Do tunnel, please. There we go. So we could do that if we really wanted to. Have that go like big tunnel this side, small tunnel the other side. I'd love to see what that looks like in the middle as well. Probably a bit weird. Let me take out these bushes and all that stuff, because they look a little bit silly there. But yeah, I think that'll work. You know, it means the road's not weird on this side, it's just weird at the tunnel. As for a highway connection, still got no idea what I'll do with that. Also got no idea what we'll do to, you know, give this area power. I hadn't thought about that. I will give it some offices, though. Just to make the train station a little nicer. I don't think the train station should have industry right against it. I think that would be a bit silly. But what we could actually do is continue, let me see here, give me normal roads. We could continue this. So if I did a 10 by 10 curve there, just because I'm kind of in a curvy mood. You know, I'm in a curvy mood. Because that's apparently a mood that you can be in. At least I'm not saying weird things again, alright? No, I'm not saying like a lot of the weird things that I've said in videos as of late. But that goes around there perfectly, which I really like, because what I want to do is I want to just do this, right? I want to just do some just plain old roads, a plain old grid, nothing too fancy, nothing too, you know, thick and curvy. Just something like that, because that's a pretty decent industrial area. And what we could do with that is actually put in, you know, a ferry depot or At some point, I would love to put in the cargo hub. Or even just the cargo harbor with 28,000 people over here would be pretty cool. Or actually in there, we might be able to get the cargo harbor in there. But this I like, and this is something I can go into and I can say, let's put some keys around because number one, it makes sense. Number two, it'll look really good. So if we do that and we do, let me see here, turn off grid snapping, give me all this. If we do that, we can give this a nice little corner here. We can pretty much do the same thing over here. So we do, give me that spot. I think that's about right. So something like that. And then we can bring this straight back to about the same point. And it's, you know, it's not exactly perfect, but that works. That honestly works, I think. Raise everything to that height. And yeah, I'm actually really liking the look of that. It does look like I missed some nodes though, so let me just grab all of it, get all of it to that height, and then raise it all up ever so slightly, or even lower it ever so slightly. I think that'll look good though. I think a bunch of industrial zoning in there is going to look really good. I think we could absolutely maybe do a warehouse. Oh, it fits perfectly, dude. Oh, we're doing that. We are doing that. We could get a power plant over here if we wanted. We could do like this thing, which, okay, no, we couldn't do that thing. Oh, wait, no, we could do that thing, and we are doing that thing because that looks really cool. I also forgot I shouldn't have run the simulation because there's no power right now. We'll figure that out in a minute. Totally forgot about that, didn't I? Let's give you guys that, and let me figure out what the key is going to do here then. So the key on this side is going to go, let me see. I think pretty much like this. Is pretty much what we're going to do. That's a bit of a weird curve back there. I actually think I'd prefer it if this was all closer to this thing, but that'll do. Yeah, that'll work. Let's just raise the terrain a little bit and flatten that out so it's a little bit less nasty looking in there. So flatten this bit out. And yeah, that'll be industry. That's power. Power is going to be connected to absolutely everything, but that's totally doable. We'll just run... We don't have a lot of money left, actually. This might be slightly trickier than I thought. We'll run a pylon from there to there, which will give that power. We can run a pylon from there to there to give that power. And then I'll run pylons from there to there to give that power. The train station doesn't have any power, but everything else should. This is all building like super quickly, which is beautiful, beautiful news. Oh, I'm so happy with that. I didn't really plan on doing that today, but I'm so happy with that. I think that's going to look so good. I also realized these guys are all going to need so much water. Totally forgot about that, didn't I? Again. Not like I have a history with forgetting to put water in Cities Skylines. Not like I have a history with that at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Shush. Let me, let me place all this in here. And, we're gonna need to connect those two bits together. Which we can do. I'm actually gonna go from there straight across. And then, from there to there. So that should all be connected. They all have water. They all have power. I'm actually thinking what I'm going to do as well is go in with a terrain painting brush, and all of this is going to be painted as concrete, because I feel like it would be. I don't think this area down here would have a bunch of exposed grass. Obviously, we're going to need to do a little bit of work to make it look better at some point, but that's a start. Like, that is definitely a start. I'm actually really, really pleased with that. It's also got rid of a lot of our industrial demand, which is good news. And does anyone actually use this train? Yeah, people do. Amazing. Okay. Didn't expect that, but okay. Oh my god, there's actually a lot of people running over to it. Oh, I love that station. I really do. I think that looks really, really cool, actually. I'm genuinely quite pleased with it. I also realize I can totally connect that out to the rest of this map. Like, we are probably going to have villages and stuff everywhere on this map, so... yeah, that's totally probably going to be a thing. But I'm so happy with this. And this is actually not even enough industry right now. We need more. So let me do ore products over here just to give that warehouse something to do. And I guess we still don't have a highway connection here, I realize. What way could we do that? We could do it really similar to what we did down here. That might not be a bad idea. Especially since it is an industrial area. We could do a roundabout. That's an option too. But I think I'm actually just going to do very similar to what we've done before. So if I go here and I go and do no road guidelines, but this. So 5, and then I want to turn it by 5 and 5 to the left just because it's going to need to go that way anyway. This is going to come in, and I really hope I could get that to go out, but I somehow don't think so. Let me see here. Can I ever so slightly adjust these curves to make them actually work? Is that going to be an option? It doesn't really look like it, does it? Really doesn't look like it's going to let me, or like it's going to work at all. Come on. Come on, give me the curve. Oh, hold on. That's a step in the right direction. If this gets moved out slightly and this gets moved out slightly, and then maybe this just gets moved that way slightly. Maybe move you slightly. Move you slightly as well. Does that suddenly work? I think it does. It sort of does. The curves could be better. Come on. Hey, that's not bad, is it? That's not bad at all. If we suddenly turn it into this, it looks the part. There we go. All right. I'm actually really pleased with that. I'm genuinely very pleased with that. Okay. Let's just get our lane management so that they aren't U-turning or anything like that. And yeah, we're just going to run this straight through the industrial zone, I think. So it's going to sort of run over this way, I think. So let me see. A bit of road guidelines, please. Give me this road and let me go... let me go here, possibly. Yeah, I think there's fine. This bit's gonna be a tricky curve, but I'll make it work. Suddenly this bit's not, like, curvy enough. Not really sure how I feel about that. Can I make it better? So about there, so 10, okay, this needs to go across by 4 first, and then we curve this. That's a little bit better, I think. And then we need to do the lane management again because I'm an idiot and decided to, you know, not finalize or test the whole thing first. But there we go. So that's all managed. You guys are not going to be merging is something I want to make sure you're doing. So if you get on that bit of road, you're going that way or you're going that way. Simultaneously, you're going that way and you're going that way. And then you can merge on the avenue part. But I think that'll work. I think what we could do is possibly take that part out as well and have this curve down like that. So that kind of comes in an interesting way, I think. It might actually be... Oh, wow, there's a car flying there. It's a police car. That's why. Also wasn't actually... Okay, the police car is... That's dangerous, but all right. I'm suddenly not sure I like this. I feel like it should have went the other way. That feels like a really weak highway connection, honestly. Yeah, I want to redo this. I absolutely want to redo this. I think we're going to do it slightly differently. The way in is going to be over here. So we'll have that go... Essentially this, right? Essentially that'll do it. So I need to go 6 there. Boom, 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 boom. And that's going to curve around. And that, again, is going to be the way into the area. So what we can do... is go like that. Let me just make sure that connected properly, which it did. So that's going to be our way in from the highway, and then the way out is going to be, I think, kind of similar here, essentially. So 6, and then we can go across a little bit, and then we kind of just need it to loop around in a relatively decent way, which that looks to be. So there we go. That's our way out. That's our way in. We just flip that part around and all should be good. We are probably going to want to do a little bit of lane management here. I think what we'll do is say that can go there. That can go there. This can go straight on and right. You can go there and left, and then you can go there, and to either of those lanes. I'm not sure I've done myself any favors there, but sure. That's probably fine. We have a way in, that's the important thing. Let me also get rid of this terrible pylon thing that we had because we don't need it anymore. And yeah, I think that's all right. That looks better than what we had, and that's kind of the important thing here. We also have traffic finally using this tunnel, which I'm really excited about. Dude, I'm honestly just, oh man. I don't know what it is about this series, but there's something about it that's just different. It feels really different to what I've done before, and I feel like it's because I don't want to say I don't care, because that's not true. I don't want to be like, oh, it's fun because I don't care anymore. That's not at all true. It's fun, I think, because I'm not obsessing over like parts that don't need obsessed over. And honestly, I think it's fun because you know, I think it just looks better because of it, you know? You know, it's a bit of a meme around the channel and all that I always do grids, and it's true, to be fair. You know, it's kind of accurate. I do always do grids, and this is still all a grid. I mean, like we discovered in pretty much the first episode, I was like, oh, we're not doing a battery. What did I do? It was a battery. It was very much a battery. But I still, you know, it's still different enough. You know what I mean? It's still different enough. It's also weird saying at the start of each episode, welcome to Cities Skylines Campus. We have done nothing with education yet. Like the campus is, which is a weird word. Campuses. It feels like it should have like an I. Campus, never mind. It shouldn't. Campuses is good. Campuses. I'm saying it so much, it's becoming weirder. It's definitely one of those words where you say it so much that it sounds just weird. Campuses. Campus. Yeah. I'm gonna stop saying campuses because it's probably getting really annoying to listen to, but imagine how I feel saying it over and over. Yeah, you didn't think of that, did you? You might have. I certainly didn't. All right, a little bit of weird road management later on, and we have this, which is something, I guess. It's, I figured what we'd do is have this avenue sort of continue down this way, because we do need to connect over to this highway here as well. And honestly, I think we need like, I mean, this is a decent little highway connection down here, which by the way is now sunken and surrounded in buildings, which I think looks really good. I do think I need to get, there is a, what do you call it? There's a network-based wall that you can get. We've used it in Cities Skylines before. It's one of the workshop items. It's basically, it's like a fence that you can drag out and extend. You can increase the height, and it's just a big concrete wall. I want to get that so that I can properly line that road. But for the time being, that looks all right. That's actually knocked down the amount of industrial demand we have quite considerably. There are some offices mixed in there as well, but this whole thing is coming together really, really nicely, and I'm really, really happy with it. So what I want to do is I just want to sort of finish the work I'm doing with keys around here. So I want to try and bring all of this over. I want to try my best to not just completely like get rid of the existing sort of layout here. So I'm gonna try my best to go like there and then down here, so that bit's kind of preserved, and then maybe out to something like this. So that bit's actually gonna stay there and kind of remain tucked away, and I think that'll look kind of cool. This bit over here is very much just gonna be a big old curve because that's just gonna look great. But that bit can stay tucked away. This bit down here is probably going to be a really similar story, so it's going to be sort of, you know, tucked in like that. This over here is going to... Let me see. What is this bit going to do? I think this is just going to come out. So that's going to come out to about there, and then maybe we do like an angle. You know, I kind of like that. I do kind of like that. I think if we tidy it all up a little bit, maybe that could be curved a little better, but that's not too bad. This bit here is going to be a really, really similar story. I'm going to bring that in and then sort of out like this, so it just loops around. And then we can go, let me see. We want to go to about there, I think, and just bring this down. And essentially, yeah, that's just going to be, that right there is just going to be a whole bunch of different connections and different little cutaways and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's going to be good. I really do. I'm wondering if I can perhaps do not that, definitely not that. I want to see if I can do, give me that and that. That actually looks like it'll work if I just raise it all up. It looks like it'll all blend together. It looks like I might need to grab some parts in the corner there as well. But if we just, yeah, that totally works. So we have that little cutaway part, which I'm sure in real life is not quite as smooth as I've made it there, but whatever, it's probably fine. But that actually looks okay. I'm really liking that. We'll bring this down to about here. And I think at this point, we've kind of just surrounded this whole area in keys, which is kind of the point. So not really going to complain. Let me just deselect that as well and bring it all to that height there. This stuff around here going to be a really similar story. We want to select as many of these nodes as we can and bring them all to, let's say, that height right about there, which is perfect. This node over here and this one are going to be brought to that height right there. And the rest of it seems pretty much sorted. So what I can do, I think, is go in and actually take away some of the terrain that is on the outside of the keys, because we've kept the shape. Like we've built it along the shape of the land. We've kind of kept the character of the island, I guess. We've just, you know, reinforced it. And I think this is okay. I think getting rid of all this land is all right. I don't want to just remove, you know, all the shape and all the character of what's going on around here. So I think that right there will be pretty good. This bit in here is gonna need a bit of work. I wonder if I can actually just fix that with a little bit of you. Can I don't know if I can actually. I wonder if I update the road. Like if I update the area, would that do something? So if I do this, does that doesn't really seem to be doing anything, unfortunately. What if I grab this and just move it? No. Oh, there we go. That did something. We need to do the same over here then, I think. Just ever so slightly move that and it fixes it. And then obviously all that water is going to be going crazy and doing silly things, but that's all right. That'll kind of sort itself in time, and we'll get that all sort of dried up. It'll evaporate, essentially. So there's not really anything to worry about there. We can actually take out those power pylons as well, which is beautiful. And I'm pleased with that. I think what I would like to do is, as a final little thing for this area, I want to go to here, and I basically want to go along the river, a little something like that. I think we are just going to sort of reinforce the sides of the river there, and see how it works out. We can sort of curve that little bit at the end, which honestly looks okay. And then on this side, I want to do the same thing. I want to have it parallel. So that's going to come down to there. And then these bits can sort of connect together, which actually we can do really, really nicely by just bringing that out further. And then just grab all of the nodes, level it to there, and do the same on this side as well. So grab all of these. Just grab every single node. Maybe just not those ones. I would very much like to deselect that node as well as that one. And then all of that should just be that height. And yeah, that streamlines the river. We can cut out this little part over here, and suddenly we have something that I think is going to look really, really good. Like, I genuinely do. I mean, yeah, okay, we should probably leave some of the banks of the river here so that the keys aren't just like sheer drops, because that would be really dangerous. But it is an industrial area, so that's fine. But I think that looks good. I'm really pleased with that. Like, it feels like this is coming together. I also like, this is the thing I was talking about with this series. It feels different, and I think part of that as well is because I'm not just like building from one square out, right? I'm not just building in one area and going out and out and out. I'm building like this area, then industrial, then this area, then this. Like, it's all coming together at different times to meet the different needs and all that stuff. And I'm really excited about it, man. I'm so excited about it. I'm also really excited to get boats in here because I think that's going to look awesome. And to fill up this space too, because I think that's going to look awesome. I'm really, really keen to get all this done. And oh my God. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, that's bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. No. Oh, we need a pumping service. We do. Where can I put the pumping service? Can I put it like over here? Like, will this work? Is that enough space for it on the right there? No, not quite. All right, let's move that to there. And that's pretty good. So that'll do for a pumping service. Oh no, that's right by our main station though. That looks terrible. In there actually kind of works. Right on the, right on that avenue. That'll do. Okay. Let's do that. And let's take that out. And these guys can go try and like drain the water, I guess. Are they actually gonna manage here? Is this something we can get under control? It looks like it. It looks like they're gonna try at least. Someone just drove into it. What? They just drive through it. Okay. That's not weird. This guy over here does not care. This guy's just like, oh, whatever, man. You know, I'll take a chance. Oh, the vacuum tank's even down there now. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, all right. Cities Skylines has no chill, apparently. That's all right. Let's do a couple of trees there to try and mask my my crimes a little bit so you can't see what's going on with all the weirdness. And let me do a little bit of prop and tree anarchy so I can do the same at this end as well. I do think I want to do maybe some bushes just to try and to mask it. So something a bit like that. I think we'll do some like leafy green stuff there as well. Just so it's not all brightly colored. A little bit of purple though, looks nice. We'll do some pink as well. And yeah, that works. And this is slowly being drained, like very, very slowly, but it's something, I guess. It'll do. People don't really care about it. They're still driving through it, so whatever. I guess that's the official city stance on what's going on there. Whatever, man. It's not my problem. It's someone else's problem. That's the official Nerdsey policy on flooding. Whatever. Deal with it, bro. Oh man. Can you imagine a government official just being like, deal with it? I mean, you could argue that most government officials do sort of turn around and go, yo, deal with it. But what I mean is like literally in as many words. I don't mean the metaphorical sense of like, oh yeah, government officials don't do anything. I mean in the sense of like literally turning around and being like, yo, deal with it, bro. I don't know how I would react. I really don't. I'm genuinely, I'm not sure. I guess, you know, thinking about it, it would probably depend on what the context was. Like, if it's someone complaining about something really dumb that doesn't need complained about, then I feel like a deal with it, bro, is probably appropriate. But if it's like, hey, there's a major problem, we need you to, like, you know, be a government official about it, and it's like, deal with it, bro. I feel like, yeah, I feel it's contextual. I take back my statement. I probably wouldn't be too annoyed if it was fair. It's not very professional for a government official to be like, yo, deal with it, but there are times I would accept it, I think. Maybe. Maybe. I guess technically I just said deal with it, bro, and I'm the government official for Nerdsey, so think what you may of, or think what you want of that, I suppose. Anyway, like I said, it is getting towards the end of the episode. There's one last thing I want to do, which is I want to come over here and I want to place a hospital in here. So I'm thinking right in here, I think we just go boom. We have a hospital. I think along the front of it, I want to do some kind of path. So let's just do this so that it looks kind of nice there. So we'll do that sort of thing. We'll do that sort of thing, and it looks a bit weird, honestly. Maybe we could turn it into a different type of path, maybe the amusement park one or something. Let's just have a little try. What would that look like? Oh, that has dirt on the sides, though. Although I can change that. Why am I complaining? I can absolutely change that. Weird trees. Definitely some weirder looking trees on that one, but whatever. Let's do a little bit of terrain painting then, and just fix this. There we go. I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. I think it looks all right. It's healthcare. It'll help everybody in that area. We are having some garbage problems, which I have to wonder, is that because we just don't have enough coverage for it? Yeah, garbage processing status is not great. Let's just do that then and hope that fixes it. Because that'll just be another 2 processing things there, another 2 recycling centers. So we'll hope for the best. This is something I definitely want to do more of, is put my recycling centers in one area. It definitely worked for the most recent vanilla Let's Play. It might work for this, it might not. We could put some down here as well, but we'll not bother with that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm rambling. I, on one hand, feel like we haven't done a lot this episode. On the other, I feel like we've done a lot. Like, this is coming together. Like, I can see the shape of this. I mean, I can literally see the shape of the city, but also, in my mind's eye, I can see where this is all going. So hopefully you're as excited as I am to see where Cities Skylines Campus is going to go. I am definitely thinking that I want to, very soon at least, get started on putting that whole zoo idea into this space. I'm also thinking what I might very well do is build a campus over here. Like down on the water, near the industry. Maybe like the, what kind of campuses do we have again? Maybe the, let me see, the trade school campus. I'm thinking that could maybe go over this way. I'm thinking that might not be a terrible idea. Sort of put it down by the water, looking out over everything, give it a highway connection, so if it's super busy, then it has that road connection. Give it a connection to the industrial area and the offices. Obviously, this connection directly back into Hemlock Park and everything. I'm excited. Hopefully you are as well. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. It's been my absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.